traveling across the country, and he's left me here by myself. I'm Walter Morello, the real estate mentor, and I'm finally hanging out with my friend Vinny. Where have you been, and where are you today?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. Sorry, we missed each other for quite a bit time, almost a month actually. We were in Mexico City. We went there, Walter. Then we went to Santiago, Chile, then to Buenos Aires, Argentina, and then we went to Chilean glaciers called Patagonia glaciers. In a cruise. So it was a wonderful 21 days, no telephone, no laptop. It was just one of the best times, my wife and I and her sister and brother-in-law. So it was wonderful, wonderful. Today, I'm over here. We flew in yesterday, Neil, Monica, Kanchan, and I, for attending my younger sister's son's wedding in New Orleans. So I'm in the Intercontinental Hotel right over here. Beautiful hotel. And the wedding is going to be here. The ceremony start tomorrow. Well, tonight also at their home nearby, and then tomorrow, day after, and so on. Then we head back Tuesday. And guess what? Vinny's on a traveling mode. And I'm going to be leaving next Friday to go to Phoenix, Scottsdale, to look at some opportunities in senior living, which I've been promoting a lot for the last 5 years. So that's a huge, huge thing in 2024 that I'm progressing along and very excited about it. Life as usual, have fun, enjoy, and do business at the same time. And my stock market is doing really well. Like I shared with you, that's my hobby, side hustle hobby, which has become really cool. Just working maybe 45 minutes a morning and having great returns.
So we've been watching Vinny, travel and have a lot of fun, and so we've been seeing you post more on Facebook about your personal stuff and traveling. You are seeing something here in this picture. This is a glacier. This is something that has been happening for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. These glaciers, and
Yes.
now they're melting, and this may be the last decade, from what I'm hearing. This could be the last decade that they actually exist. How did it was obviously very cold. You were very bundled
It
up.
was good. It
But
was good. It was
what was the
so,
feeling of being next to that much ice? Like,
so exciting. So exciting. We were at the uh, bottommost portion of the world. It's called Cape Horn. Cape Horn. I bought a hat also. I'll wear in one of the recordings, and that was the very exciting time to go climb on the hill and everything and see. We were the nearest to Antarctica, so we were very close to that. Yeah, yeah. But it was a great feeling to have that bucket list, crossed off that thing. And the things were so cheap. I cannot tell you. Everybody should plan to go to Argentina. $1 becomes 1,000 Argentinian dollars or whatever, pesos, I think. And then we ate, yeah, are you ready? Four people with all drinks, filet mignons, and very big side order of things for under $100.
I'm going to Argentina. I love it. So, Vinny, this is wealth principle number 17. We're diving into one that is something you're very talented with. Off the principle itself is offer high ticket items or deal in high
Yes,
volume sales or both.
yes,
As a real estate investor, you've actually, as a multifamily investor, you always do both. You've chosen both at all
yes,
times. So you do these
yes,
big swings of big chunks of money, and then you have these little bites of, for you, it's not little, it's thousands of units that are bringing in
yes,
money all the
yes,
time. You and I were just talking
yes,
about the fact that your daughter Monica is managing over $800 million worth of real estate.
yeah,
Uh,
yes.
how how did you get to that point? From the guy who had $7 in his pocket when he came to this country, and we're selling, Bibles door to door sales. Like, how did you get to the point where you realized that I should probably do both? Because before you were just selling, little dollar amounts, and then what
Yes.
was that first big swing that made you realize there's another way to do this?
I would say that happened in my life about 15 years back, let's say. We were buying single family homes and not making much money and so forth. And I said, you know what? I want to go multifamily route. So we bought a duplex That was my start. We still own the duplex, by the way, $2,800 cash coming in every month. But then the good part is I bought 14 units for $180,000. I saw the success in that 14 units. It's worth 1.4 million now. What, 10 times? 10 times because the rents have gone up and everything. But then I started to buy 50 units, 70 units, 100 units. But then I ran out of money. So I said, what's the next step? And that was pooling the money of my friends together so that I shared the benefits with them. That's called syndication. So syndication really changed my life.
Wow.
That is the beauty of it. That's the beauty. If one can be bold enough, bold is the word, to get trained how to pool money together legally, and that's where the SEC comes in, Securities and Exchange Commission. So I learned it from a coach. And then he taught me, and I was very naive, to be truthful. I didn't know what COC meant, cash on cash. I did not know what cap rate was. I didn't know anything 15 years back. Zero, zero, zilch. And now I teach that in my academy and I design systems and everything. And now we are raising millions of dollars, millions of dollars. I've raised over $200 million from family, friends, and given them returns and all. Yeah.
Just before you came on for this podcast, I was on with Gary Aker. We were using your calculator that's inside the
Yes.
Education Academy. We're using it to evaluate a
Yes.
deal that we're doing right now, a $7 million deal that we're looking at being able to purchase for 2.8 million. There's still $2 million worth of renovations to do, so it's kind of a lot of work.
Yes.
But like the calculator actually told us what we can pay investors. Whether it makes we
Mm-hmm.
realized through the calculator, Vinny. By the way, I love the way it's set up that this
Oh,
can't work as
thank
a
you.
debt deal. It can only work as a syndication. That was the only way to make the numbers
Ah,
work because the debt was too
okay.
costly. And the calculator
Yes.
told us
Yes.
that. So so I know
I
you
love it.
know. I just want you to know like we're using it. We are using it and it's been really, really helpful with our mastermind. So
I'm
um
just enjoying this hotel, man.
I
Five
see you.
star
This place is gorgeous.
Intercontinental Hotel. We'll be having wedding of my nephew here. This is beautiful, beautiful. My younger sister's son is getting married. He's a vascular surgeon, making millions of dollars a year, I'm sure. So very excited that you have chosen this beautiful facility to do the wedding, you know? Yeah, yeah.
So Vinny, I want to ask. You and I were talking about this right before. You're shifting some of the investments you're choosing to get into. How does somebody understand the market? Because this is a different market. 2024 is not the same market as the last decade or the last 2 decades. So how does somebody go into understanding the market itself?
See, I'm so glad you're asking that question. I have always felt every entrepreneur, every CEO needs to look in the future, look at the present also. But then if the sales are dictating you to take different course of action, you've got to take action to change and pivot. I call it pivoting. Like, for example, my $75 million fund, which is strategic income fund, it's going to save the day of syndicators like me and my partner who have half a billion to 4 billion under their AUM. So we are looking at 9 deals right now, nine. We have already rejected maybe 22 deals. So we have 9 deals on the table where we might be giving them 2 million to 7 million each, but we'll be controlling 18% returns paid to us quarterly because of the operations are good. These are beautiful buildings, 70 million, 55 million, 64 million. And they built last 2, 3 years only, brand new. They're almost 99% occupied, but they need a little bit money from us because they want to do the rate lock with the interest rate hikes. They're in a bind or they need money for a little bit, insurance increase and so forth like that. They don't want to do a cash call with their investors, but we come in as preferred equity, it's called preferred equity. So we'll be right behind the senior loan and preferred equity as a small family office, which you and I have been discussing about it. So Winnie's become a small office now, family office, you know. So that's one thing. The other thing which I really believe what we need to look into is senior living. assisted senior living and memory care is the way to go. Now, I've been promoting and I've been building 88 units to 94 units. It's taken me a lot of time, a lot of trials, a lot of problems, a lot of gumptions. So, what does Vinny do? Man, okay, I don't want to get blooded. I don't like stresses, like anybody. So I'm saying to myself, hey, I have not done RAL, which is residential assisted living, which is one house, but there are 10 rooms in it. So it operates as 10 units because each senior coming in there will give me 4,500 to $7,500 each room per month. So that assisted living one house is actually equal to 10 units,
Wow.
which is a multi-family, brother.
This sounds
So
exactly
that's
like
my
your
pivot.
your zone of
That's my
genius.
pivot. That's my pivot. That's my pivot. I just thought about it in the last vacation. And now my daughter, Monica, and I are flying to Scottsdale, Arizona. In 2 days, I've done so much work and everything. I met a director last year and I called her. She had two of these RALs. Now she's got four. Herself. If she can do it, we can raise millions of dollars. So I told her we could scale up and she'll become our partner so that she can operate, she can run, she knows she has the license, I know, and everything. And we are being a business partner together now.
And this comes from you looking at the market, having a past
Yes.
experience, doing a lot of research. You're not just going on and googling and saying where should I buy. You're literally looking
Yeah.
in, seeing the problems. From the
Yes.
syndicators, you knew the problem as a
Yes.
syndicator, so you're able to
Yes.
solve that
Yes.
one. You knew the problems as a residential assisted living developer. The challenges there,
Yes.
so you're able to
Yes.
create that next REL and identify what works. So how does a person know whether it makes sense to do high ticket or high volume? Maybe we just address high volume, right? High ticket first. High ticket is when you're selling one of your buildings, right? So you developed this big $60 million building, or it was a $60 million building. You bought it for 28 million, right? Like I remember that
Yeah.
hotel you did a while back. Like
Yes. Yes. Yes.
was were you always thinking, okay, I'm just about the cash flow, like that's that high volume, a lot of units, but were you also in your business plan thinking about when I sell this, maybe there's 10 million, or well, in that case it was like 30 million. Like what was the that kind of long-term thinking that you're going through? Yeah, as you go through the
Yeah.
elevator with no
It
service, right?
should be good. It should be
We're
Look at
back.
this here. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Look at this here. It's so beautiful. This is just so nostalgic. So nostalgic, to be able to really be in the frame in New Orleans, in this intercontinental hotel where the wedding is happening. I'm so, so proud to be here. I mean, and then my family's here. So we went and had the Creole cuisine last night at a very fine restaurant. Now we are going to go see the city, all day long. And then 6 o'clock is the big event at my sister's home. So we'll be taking Uber going there. But the
Yep.
exciting part is enjoying life is the main thing. Enjoying life and making, doing business along with spending time and money to make memories. That's what it's all about.
So
That's the
I'm
way.
gonna let you get back to your family. Let me ask this
Sure,
last one
sure.
so we can dive in. How did you find
Uh-huh.
your sweet spot? So you've been investing for a long time, right? You've been doing this for a long time. You've been raising capital. You've been doing the deals themselves. You've invested all across the country. How did you
Yes,
find that spot that you said this is where I got to stay? I'm gonna
I
stay in
love
this
it.
zone.
Love it, love it, love it, brother. Scottsdale, Arizona, Mesa. People are retiring all over the world. Everybody knows that Phoenix is a great place and Scottsdale is amazing with golf courses and resorts and everything. I've been already thinking last 7 years I've been thinking how to be closer to California. I live near San Francisco. It's only a short flight straight to Scottsdale. We own three homes, by the way, there too. We sold them. We made a lot of money out of it. But now the residential assisted living, I'm going to be big powerhouse there. in Scottsdale area, in the Arizona area. Yes, yes, yes. So that's where I'm going, and it's going to be good for next 30 years. So I'm building legacy for my daughter, our son, so that we could be buying these beautiful businesses, and it will be under our portfolio, and they can really enjoy it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you said it. I'm going to recount. So basically, you looked at the fact that you do have experience of Scottsdale. You looked at the
Yes.
fact that there is a demand. There's going to be continued and increased demand. You live in California. It's closer to you to get there, so it's something
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
familiar with. You've invested there before, and it's close by. It
Mhm.
provides cash flow in a way similar to multifamily, similar to assisted
Chalo,
living that you've
chalo,
done in the
beta.
past,
Yeah, let's go.
and
Yeah.
you already
Uh-huh.
have the management in place. Like you've done this type of thing before. Now you've got a partner in place. So it fit all of those different criteria for you to actually go into that decision.
Yeah, that's so true, brother. So true, so true.
It's amazing to
So,
watch the way you work, man. It's absolutely a pleasure. What's some one story that you give everybody before we jump off?
you know, I would say take action, taking action and pivot, pivot. Don't let it just, be stuck in the rut. You got to find ways to grow your business, grow personally, grow business. Make sure that all the people in your team have the vision of security and growth, security and growth, those two things. So let's take action. And I look forward to seeing you all next Thursday, actually, from California. And then week after next, after my Arizona travel, and I'll share with you my experiences there. So this is it right here, right here.
So this is every week, Abundance Thursdays with myself, Walter Morello, and the great Vinny Smile Chopra. You can sign in on 9 a.m. PST, that's the West Coast, and 12 p.m. EST on the East Coast. Cheers to your success. We have a choice. Always work with the best, and you get more access to more free content at crush2024.com and alchemiststation.com. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers, brother.
Yeah.